What did you guys think of this movie anyway?
Sucked.
So
I hated it. Weak. Disqualified.
All right, you're not being cool.
You're not being cool, man.
Just another movie for the blue pill, gynocentric world.
Whoa. Get the fuck out of here with that line. What the fuck was that? That like took me right out of the movie.
Just a bunch of beta chumps.
Yeah, it's very one note so much of the time. God, Jesus Christ.
Covered the whole movie.
We are clapped.
We are standing still.
The what you
Thanks
see.
for the weed, man. Thanks for the weed.
Twist. Well. Welcome to Raised by Video, where we discuss a film each week and we use our butts to describe it. There's a lot of butt stuff going on.
A lot of butt play.
I'm your host for this evening or morning, daytime, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. So my name is Stuart. Jesus Christ. Take that again.
Stuart, Jesus Christ, what's your last name?
I'm your host, Stuart Doggett. I'm joined by my brothers, Drew. Say hi, Drew.
Howdy, Stu.
Wow. And Daniel.
Hey.
And Matthew.
Hi.
Wow. Great.
Wow.
Great stuff, guys.
And Owen Wilson is in here, too. Wow.
Wow.
She was so lovely.
And Luke Wilson. Hey, man, shut up. That's what he says. That's what he sounds like.
Impeccable Luke right there. So today we're going to be discussing Dream Scenario. Sicario. Dream Scenario.
Whoa, that's a dark film.
Dream Sicario.
This film stars Nicolas Cage, written and directed by Kristoffer Borgli. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. In a nutshell, this film is about a professor of evolutionary biology who begins showing up in people's dreams, and things escalate. Things get strange. That's the spoiler-free synopsis. What did you guys think of this movie? Without spoilers.
I loved it.
Awesome.
I had a great time.
Enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Excellent.
It took I was on a journey. I didn't expect to be moved by this one, but it was moving.
Yeah.
I agree.
Wow,
Quite moving.
Good. Yeah, I enjoyed it. You know, it was definitely not your average film, but you know, it's an A24 joint, and they always, you know, not always, but most of the time they put something unique out, and this was definitely one of those times. But yeah, I thought it was really good overall.
Yeah.
It's exactly what I wanted in a strange film. You know, in a film, you sit down, you know, it just wasn't normal. It started off with an impeccable Nicolas Cage, and the story, the writing was good. Hit on a lot of points of human nature without coming off as preachy, anything like that. Very, very weird. You really like the character, even though you're like, this guy clearly has a lot of issues. Yeah, it's just a fun movie, man. Well done, Mr. Director and Writer, sir. Not going to try and pronounce your name.
And Mr. Cage, sir.
Mr. Cage.
That guy, too.
Sir Cage.
Sir Cage.
Yeah.
Give this man an Oscar again.
I know. It's been too long. You can't see me right now, but I'm shaking my head in a weird way. It's been too long.
It's been too long. Did you practice that in the mirror before we got on this podcast?
No.
Oh, man. That delighted me.
Yeah. Very strange movie. I loved it as well. Started off strange, and it just got stranger and stranger.
I guess we should say that we loved it in a different way than we love M. Night Shyamalan movies. Like, I can't make fun of this. I didn't love it because it was stupid. I loved it because it was well done.
Whoa.
I mean, you know what I'm saying. Shyamalan, Night. Come on, man.
Come on.
We know you wrote the script in crayons.
Yeah, it's difficult to go into a movie like this without a Nicolas Cage performance level ability at the forefront. So he really did carry this movie and make you kind of involved in the story. I don't know if we're going to break it down. We kind of do this show a little bit different every time, but he's a guy with a lot of faults. He's just absolutely kind of a bumbling social creature. Always has a coat on, has no fashion sense, but very, very intelligent and actually very charismatic in front of his class when he's talking about things he's passionate about. Just not, not maybe the most confident guy either, always worrying about what other people are thinking about him, which comes into play in his story. And it's just so difficult to think of some other actor doing this. It's to carry the film in such a way. And Nicolas Cage is just so good. He always brings a truthfulness to what he's doing. He always looks like he's acting in earnest, and that helps you get sucked in as an audience.
Yeah, totally. Great point.
Well said.
It's like, I can't imagine anybody else doing this. Like the way he, the affectation in his voice, it's kind of higher.
Yeah, the whole film
has a strange cadence.
Yeah.
It just really sells him as this kind of odd individual. Obviously, a good family man. He loves his family, but definitely has confidence issues and is kind of seen as a bit of a, I don't want to say loser, but
hapless,
kind of ineffectual. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, he's speaking of the voice affectation and the way he's viewed, not only is his voice sort of higher, he speaks in a kind of a higher tone the whole time, but he also raises his sentences like this, and so it ends on a high note instead, and so he doesn't really command a sort of alpha presence, a masculine presence. He's not a very masculine man, and he
doesn't nag anyone. He's not like, oh, nice choice with that sweater today.
Oh wait, he did.
He's got to lay down some more negs. He's got to do some social proofing.
That's how you alpha, man.
That's how you alpha.
That's how you alpha male.
But like Dan said, he's very charismatic when he's talking about things he loves in front of his class, like the evolutionary biology and stuff like this. But in normal day-to-day situations, even with his wife, with anybody, he's always most of his sentences in on a higher inflection like this, almost like it's a question. And this is not normally kind of the way people talk, unless maybe you're a woman or you are a Gen Zer. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly who talks like that. Yeah, you're just basically a loser, a beta. Maybe you're a beta.
Maybe you're a beta fish.
You're a little soy
fight
boy.
Other beta fishes when you see them. Wait. Well, actually,
and also,
go ahead.
The last thing I was going to say is he has been dreaming of writing a book and intending to write a book for years and years and years, and he has not done it yet. So there's a sort of fear and procrastination also about his character.
Yeah, constantly through the movie. And we can go ahead and make this we can cross the line in the sand and say, we can delve into spoilers, get a little bit deeper in the movie. So if you don't want spoilers, get the fuck out of here, okay?
What the hell are you even doing here?
Come on.
Go watch the movie. Watch the fucking movie.
Watch the movie. Come back and see us about it.
Watch out for those drones,
Don't get hit by a drone. They're
Watch
out there. It's
out.
the government. It's the aliens.
They're gonna kill
They're
you.
coming for you. It's the liberal elite flying the drones.
This turned into like a Bernie Sanders with like jersey to Bernie Sanders.
Let me tell you this. I'm worried about the drones. They're delivering adrenochrome to the generals and the elite. There's a pizza parlor around there. Did you notice that?
Top 1%. They own 99% of the drones.
99% of the drones are in 1% of the nation right now. Unacceptable.
So to Drew's point, he's constantly worried about other people publishing, and he hasn't published anything because he hasn't written anything to be published. But that's like a theme throughout the movie. Is anytime he like confronts his old colleague because she's about to publish a paper and he's basically accusing her of ripping off his research. He's jealous, but he hasn't done any of the work. But throughout the movie, anytime he learns that someone's publishing something, it's like, oh, you're publishing too.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
You have you wrote a book? Do you have a publisher, or who are you publishing? Nature. Oh,
Nature.
He even goes to a dinner party one time, and the guy has some sort of famous scientist over, I guess, and he's like, aren't I the one that introduced you to him? No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just everybody else is he's being left in the dust in his life, and
yeah. He
everybody's
wants to
kinda
like
succeeding.
right. He wants to like cling on to something to make himself feel better or something, because you get the feeling from the very beginning that he may be like a decent father and husband, but he's not. That's not really where his energy goes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And yeah, when he talks to that woman, he records the conversation surreptitiously because his wife asks him to. But one of the last things you hear while he's listening to the recording after it, he's like, "Come on, I really need this." He's like begging this woman.
Yeah.
I need this. And his voice got so high.
Mm-hmm.
He was pleading with her.
He was supposed to confront her about it, but he just kind of falls to pieces.
Yeah.
Right.
She has the upper hand completely.
Yeah, at that stage, you're not sure if she is someone that is going to steal an idea, and so you're not sure if it's just his insecurities, but his display of insecurity at that meeting, we later find out, probably prompted her to like outright use a term that he coined and did in fact steal his idea.
Yeah.
So people just treat him like a rug mat or whatever that phrase is.
Yeah.
People just treat him like someone you could walk all over.
Good save, Dan.
Treat him like
Good
the
save.
ground that they walk on.
People just treat him like a floor.
Man, that's tough. That's rough.
People treat him like a little kid that you knocked over and you walk on him because he's getting in your way and he's annoying and he bullied you.
Was he at Walmart?
People just treat him like your neighbor that you just kill and bury in their backyard and then just stomp on them repeatedly over and over again, even after they're dead.
Yeah.
Like that.
We could all relate to that.
They deserved it. I mean,
Yeah,
hypothetically speaking.
right. Yeah. Yeah, in theory.
So he's very passive. He's very kind of, he sees himself as being left behind in a way. And people start dreaming about him. It starts with his daughter's dream of him.
First scene in the movie.
Yeah, first scene in the movie. Some stuff starts falling from the sky. Keys, a shoe, and then a human man. And then she starts to float into the air and she's saying, "Dad, help me, help me." And he just kind of is unconcerned and just watches her float away. And as the movie goes on, you learn that more and more people are having dreams about him. And it's really all the same dream. Something terrible is happening to them, and he's just passively there watching it happen to them.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a very weird idea.
And this bothers him.
Yeah.
This bothers him a lot. Yeah, he's like,
Gets
why,
under his skin.
Why am
just
I
passive?
so
Yeah.
passive? Why don't I do anything?
Mm-hmm.
So it's very much about how he sees himself, I think.
Mhm.
So he starts asking people, he starts searching for anybody who may have had a dream with him doing something, anything other than just watching.
Mhm.
Yeah. He doesn't find that for a while. The first person who actually had some sort of active experience with him in their dream was Molly, who's like an assistant at this thoughts agency. We're kind of jumping ahead here.
He's extremely famous at this point. So like he's trying to parlay this fame into something else.
Yeah. So basically, like
He's viral.
he starts seeing these like first his students. He's blowing up with his students, and then he kind of goes. He looks on Facebook. There's hundreds of people are messaging him. They're having dreams about him, and he, his wife kind of warns against leaning into the fame. It's like we don't want to invite any weird consequences. But he immediately just ignores her and goes on TV and starts talking about it, completely leaning into the celebrity. And this kind of leads to some mentally ill person showing up at his house and breaking into his house and threatening him and his wife with a knife, saying, "I need to kill you."
Right. That was a creepy sequence.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that's the first moment where it kind of gets a little dark.
Yeah.
Actually, well, there's a moment before that. There's a dinner party that he doesn't get invited to, his colleague's dinner party, and they're discussing one woman there, like, who's never met Paul, had a dream about him, and the music takes a dark turn. It's like, this is getting real creepy.
Yeah, there's some genuinely creepy moments. A lot of it is the soundtrack or the music, if you want to call it that, just those sounds coming up under the scene telling you something. And there are some moments where it really works. It really starts to got under my skin for sure.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it affected me. I started to feel nervous when something had happened.
Yeah.
Foreshadowing.
Yes. The dreams start to turn dark after a while, and things get real creepy.
Yeah, how would you guys categorize this movie? Because I heard people calling it like a horror comedy. I was like, this is not a horror film. At least I didn't think so. Maybe a dark comedy,
Yeah.
bordering on drama, but I didn't think it was like a horror film.
I wouldn't call it a horror.
I wouldn't think horror. I would think psychological, not quite a thriller. Just a dark comedy drama.
Very dark comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I was laughing for a lot of it,
Yeah.
especially the final third. Even, when shit's really starting to hit the fan, I'm still laughing because it's just so absurd and
Yeah.
dark and horrible and tragic and funny. Just so it really, it's difficult. It kind of defies categorization in a lot of ways.
True. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does. That's why I like it.
Me too.
So yeah, he's sharing the dream. Everybody's sharing their dreams. He gets these warnings against fame from Tim fucking Meadows.
Ooh,
Tim Meadows.
As soon as I saw him,
Yes.
I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, baby.
Me too. I love Tim Meadows so much. Jesus.
Dude,
So talented.
The first scene, Paul just pops his head in. Like, have you been dreaming about me? And Tim Meadows' performance is just so great. It's like, I don't know. I don't really keep track of things like that.
Yeah, right. Yes.
His delivery is so great. He's not in the movie very long, but every time it's like a treat to see him in there.
Oh, yeah. Every single scene.
Yes. His delivery is always so good. This conversation is kind of freaking me out a little bit.
Yeah, so like after the knife incident, the crazy person incident, Tim Meadows is kind of warning Paul against the fame. He's like, look, this could invite some weird shit. And Paul's kind of ignoring him. Another great scene. Tim Meadows accuses him of being in a midlife crisis. Paul says, well, you're the one who just bought the fucking Kawasaki.
Yeah.
And Tim Meadows like, oh, okay, calm down. Like really hurts his feelings.
Low blow, man. Low blow.
That, dear listener, was a little sample of what we can offer you. What do you think, boys? Where should they go?
I'd say if you want more of that kind of thing in your ear holes, if you want us all four to fill up your ear holes
At the same time.
At the same time.
If you're into that sort of thing, if you want your head to be spit roasted by 4 people, okay, we can start over. Let's start over.
Go to patreon.com/raised-by-video.
Yeah, if you liked what you heard in this little clip here and you want to hear the whole thing, head over to Patreon. It's very, very affordable.
Or is it Patreon? Patreon? I have no idea.
Patreon?
Patronizing.
If you want to be patronized,
Go over there.
For the low price of $5 a month, you can get 2 episodes a week. 2 full episodes with no freaking ads. No freaking ads ever. We're never doing ads over here.
We're never going to read some ads. Or you can do a $10 a month and be at the Did We Just Become Best Friends tier.
We'll be your best friends.
we'll be your best friends. We'll have sleepovers. We'll do activities.
We'll do some karate.
We'll stick your toothbrush up our butts when you're not looking.
We'll stick your hand in warm water and make you pee yourself, and then we'll make fun of you because you peed yourself in your sleep.
Because that's funny.
And then we'll pee on you because that's even funnier.
What
What else
for?
are best friends for?
Gonna pull your pants down in front of your crush. If you want all that, pay a low price of $10 a month. Humiliation and 2 episodes and bonus content.
That's 2
And
episodes a week.
Relentless, merciless hazing.
That's it. It's a great deal.
All right.
That's a great deal.
Peace out.
Hope to see you there.
Bye.
Bye-bye.